Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT Wealth. Today we're discussing hydrogen stocks, so let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you all so much for being here. Today we're discussing a section of the energy sector that is expected to see a lot of growth over this next decade. So today we're going to discuss the hydrogen industry, a couple of stocks that are considered pure plays in this sector, and also another way to get some great exposure to some of these top hydrogen companies. Just before we get into all of that, this is your friendly reminder that if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. All right, now let's discuss hydrogen. This is an industry that is seeing a lot of growth as the world starts to invest more and more into green and clean energy sources. Hydrogen is an energy source that has zero greenhouse emissions when burnt. The only waste product is water vapor, making it a very clean alternative. Green hydrogen energy has almost limitless potential. We can use hydrogen fuel cells to motorize vehicles and as a stationary power source. Now, hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, but it doesn't exist in its pure form on Earth. So producing it does involve a complex multi-step process, which historically has been very expensive. But economies of scale have led to the cost of hydrogen fuel cells dropping 60% over the past decade. Deloitte expects those costs to drop below electric battery and combustion engine costs within just a few years. Technological advancements and falling renewable energy costs have led to a new era of scalable green hydrogen production, and now it can be cost-effectively produced from renewable energy sources. In other words, all the drivers have finally shown up to the party at the same time for the hydrogen industry. And many are forecasting huge growth for this industry in the future. Morgan Stanley is predicting it to be an $11 trillion business in the coming decades. Precedence Research says the U.S. green hydrogen market could hit $89 billion by 2030, which would be a compound annual growth rate of 54%. And according to Vision Research reports, the global hydrogen generation market size is expected to reach around $225 billion by 2030. So a pretty notable market size anticipated there. Now, we're going to look at two companies that you'll probably see mentioned often when looking at pure plays in the hydrogen sector. We're going to start off with Plug Power. With a market cap of $8.58 billion, the Plug Power stock trades under the ticker PLUG, currently priced just shy of $15 per share. Now, it is worth noting that both of the stocks we're looking at today are down quite considerably from their 52-week highs. These companies are in the early stages of their growth stories and are still working to be profitable. They have definitely experienced some headwinds which have impacted their stock price. But if we're looking at the next decade, we could be getting close to some great entry points here too. So as always, make sure you understand your time frame and objective for any investment decision that you make. All right, now Plug Power is the industry leader in building the world's end-to-end green hydrogen ecosystem. Plug Power created the first commercially viable market for hydrogen fuel cell technology, and as a result, the company has deployed over 50,000 fuel cell systems for e-mobility, more than anyone else in the world. They have become the largest buyer of liquid hydrogen, having built and operated a hydrogen highway across North America. They work with many big-name companies, including Walmart, FedEx, NASA, and Boeing. And this summer, they signed a hydrogen supply deal with Amazon. They agreed to provide 10,950 tons per year of liquid green hydrogen starting in 2025 to help decarbonize Amazon's operations as part of their commitment to be net zero by 2040. Plug Power did just report their most recent quarterly earnings last night, and they did miss expectations, but the market did not seem to be very fazed as they're trading flat today. They did report revenue of $188.6 million, which was up 31% year over year, and they reaffirmed their recently updated full-year guidance. Analysts noted that Plug Power is making progress on several hydrogen gas plants that they're building around the country, and another noted the recent choppiness in sales, but said that the long-term targets are still intact. Overall, analyst ratings come in as a moderate buy based on 14 buy ratings and 6 holds. The average price target comes in at $30.90 per share, which would be upside of 107% for the next year. Of course, today we have a bunch of analysts reiterating price targets following their earnings report. On the low end, we do have a hold rating that is essentially flat, but on the high end, we do have a couple price targets with upside of over 100%. The second stock that is known as being a pure play in the hydrogen industry is Bloom Energy. Their stock trades under the ticker BE and is currently priced at $19 per share. Their market cap currently sits at $3.73 billion. Bloom Energy's mission is to make clean, reliable, and affordable energy. They've developed the Bloom Energy Saver, which is an on-site electric power generation platform. They also have their Bloom Electrolyzer, which uses the same solid oxide technology as their energy server to produce clean hydrogen 15 to 45% more efficiently than other products on the market. They state that from microgrids to marine power, Bloom's solid oxide platform is transforming the future of energy. In fiscal 2021, Bloom Energy saw over $970 million in revenue. They've also had a 28% compound annual growth rate since 2017. They reported their Q3 earnings report back on November 3rd. The company saw record third quarter revenue of $292.3 million, which was an increase of 41% year over year. Their stock is also currently rated a moderate buy from analysts based on 8 buy ratings and 5 holds. Their average price target comes in at $29.31, which would be an upside potential of 49% from current prices. Looking at our detailed list of analyst forecasts, on the low end we do have a hold rating with an upside of just 2%, while on the high end in the last 3 weeks we have a couple upsides of over 47%. Now, individual stocks can be great, but they do come with a bit more risk as you maintain a lot of exposure on that one company. So if you're looking to maybe diversify and have exposure to multiple companies in this sector, there's a couple ETFs that you might like. First up, we have the Global X Hydrogen ETF. Under the ticker HYDR, they have over $33 million in assets under management with a total expense ratio of 0.5%. Their goal is to invest in companies that stand to benefit from the advancement of the global hydrogen industry. This includes companies involved in hydrogen production, the integration of hydrogen into energy systems, and the development and manufacturing of hydrogen fuel cells, electrolyzers, and other technologies. Looking at their top 10 holdings, you will see a couple familiar names there, including Bloom Energy and Plug Power, along with Ballard Power Systems, Fuel Cell Energy, and Cummins. Another ETF in this space is the Direxion Hydrogen ETF. Their ETF is under the ticker HJEN. They currently have about $23 million in assets under management with an expense ratio of 0.45%. Their ETF offers exposure to 30 companies leading the way towards net zero emissions by providing more accessible, efficient, sustainable solutions across the following 5 hydrogen-related sub-themes. And once again, a few familiar names. Some of their biggest holdings are Plug Power, Bloom Energy, as well as Air Liquide, Ballard Power Systems, and Linde. So a couple great options if you're looking for some hydrogen exposure but still wanting some diversification. So that is a quick insight into the hydrogen industry and a couple of the big names in that space. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below and what other green energy companies have you excited lately. As always, keep in mind that these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock. Especially this industry, we're looking at some growth over the long term, but there could be a lot of volatility in the short term. So always make sure you're doing your own research and due diligence before making any investment decision. If you made it to the end of today's video, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here next time.